All right, so Jordan here with Iron and Grit, and I want to talk to you about how to cure chicken legs. I also want to talk about, what are chicken legs, why people have chicken legs, and how you can fix those chicken legs. So what are chicken legs? A lot of people already know. It's when you have really skinny, twig-looking legs, and you can have an upper body that's quite large and teeny tiny legs, and you can have teeny tiny calves, teeny tiny quads. Usually they're one and the same. If you have chicken legs, you usually have underdeveloped quads, underdeveloped glutes, underdeveloped posterior chain entirely, underdeveloped hamstrings, aka the leg bicep, that muscle on the back of your thigh, and obviously small calves. And that's the biggest set off or recognized feature of chicken legs, because you could see your calves when you wear shorts. So that makes it a lot more noticeable. And the effect of chicken legs is much more exaggerated when you have like a big, burly, like bulky upper body and teeny tiny rail thin calves. So I used to have chicken legs. I got called out for it before at a place I used to work. And I measured my arms, my upper arm, and then measured my calves, and my arms were bigger than my calves. And I was like, you know what? I think I have chicken legs. So I had to fix it. Anyway, so why do people have chicken legs? And it's pretty obvious. People neglect training their legs. A lot of people, they'll train the upper body, they'll train the muscles that are for show. Their guys are going to train the muscles that they think will get them girls, so they're going to train the shoulders, the arms, the biceps, and the chest, to have the masculine features that they want. So, that being said, unless someone is an athlete, football player, or is involved in a sport that requires them to train their legs, they usually just fall by the wayside, because it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of energy, and it's a lot of focus to train your legs. And it's hard. People don't like to do hard stuff unless they have to. So a lot of times the legs just fall by the wayside. Every day turns into arm day or chest day, and sometimes back day. It just depends. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you don't want to skip leg day, and it becomes much more apparent as you get older. Let me explain. Your legs are your largest muscle group. Therefore, when you train them correctly, you're going to burn the most amount of calories. You're going to burn the most amount of fat in turn. You're also going to have the opportunity to build the most amount of muscle in your legs. When you're young, or when you first begin training, that's something that you want to do. You want to try to pack on as much muscle as you possibly can, because number one, you can cash in on your newbie gains. When you start stimulating your body, it releases all kinds of growth hormone, and muscle will just jump onto your frame a lot faster if you train correctly. When you first start training, if you train correctly, have a consistent program for a year or two, and eat well, you're going to have a base of muscle that's going to last you your entire life, and you are going to look back in a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades from now and be like, wow, I'm glad I did that. Because when you have that muscle mass, and I'm going somewhere with this, when you have that layer of muscle mass, muscle is metabolic. It spikes your metabolism. It elevates your metabolism, I should say. That's a better way to put it. So the more muscle mass that you have on your frame, the more calories that you're going to be burning throughout the day. And it doesn't matter if you're resting, working, sleeping, working out, going for a walk, doing cartwheels in the park, chasing your dog down the street. It doesn't matter. The more muscle mass that you have, you're going to burn more calories at any given moment compared to if you had less muscle mass in that same moment. So if you train your legs, you're going to be able to build up the most amount of muscle mass possible. Obviously, you're going to want to have a balanced workout program, but this video is for people that already have an imbalanced workout program because they have chicken legs, and this is how you're going to fix chicken legs, which I will get to in a second. So, one more point before I tell you how to fix chicken legs. When you have that foundation of muscle, it's also going to, like I said, be there for life, as long as you maintain it well and eat well. And that's going to prevent you from accumulating fat down the road. Let's say, you have to work your butt off for 6 months at work, 9 months at work. You're trying to get a project done. You get busy with life, family stuff, things like that, and you can't get to the gym for, 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever, or you don't get to the gym as much as you would like to. If you have muscular legs, if you have heavily muscled legs, guess what? You're going to be able to prevent having the love handles, prevent having the beer gut, prevent having the jowls, because you're going to prevent the accumulation of that excess body fat, because your leg muscles are going to help burn it up. So anytime you train legs, it pays dividends for a lifetime. Now, let's get to more of the aesthetic and cosmetic portion of the video, how to fix chicken legs. So, like I said, I used to have chicken legs. I don't anymore. I built up my quads. Now I actually have definition in my quads. I remember I did my first bodybuilding show, and my thighs, I was ripped, like my torso was shredded, but my thighs they looked smooth, like they had no definition. So I was like, what is the deal with that? And to be honest, I really didn't have a consistent leg training routine leading up to that point, at least not for very long leading up to that point. Since then, I've changed a lot. I started training legs twice a week on average. And that's what I would recommend. Bare minimum, I would be squatting twice a week. If you have chicken legs and you want to fix it, bare minimum, squat twice a week. Train calves 3 times a week. And here's what I would do. I would say, and depending on what your current fitness level is, you can adjust this to an amount of volume you can handle, and then I'll let you use your discretion as far as weight that you use each set. But what I would do is bare minimum 5 sets of squats twice a week. So let's say I train Monday, I'll do legs and I'll squat. I'll do like 5, 6, maybe 7 sets. And I'll do for that first workout, I would keep it between 10 reps and 20 reps per set. And then you're gonna wanna rest a few days so that you fully recover and build all that muscle from that workout. And then Thursday, I would say, do another leg workout and do your 5 working sets of squats. And just reduce the reps per set, increase the weight a bit. So do between 5 and 12, 5 and 15 reps. Your legs per set. Your legs respond really well to higher reps and full range of motion. So don't worry about squatting like a power lifter unless you are a power lifter. Obviously try to get stronger and do more volume and do more weight, but you can do it incrementally. You can add 5, 10 pounds per workout, but the main thing is you want slow, smooth, controlled ass to grass squats. That's what matters, and that's really what's going to help bring out some of the leg definition. So in addition to your squats, and I'm going to get to calves in a second, do lunges. I would say maybe 3 or 4 sets of lunges, and you can do this both days that you squat during the week. And you can do leg press. Leg press is great. I like anywhere from like 10 to 25 reps and just load it up really heavy and make sure you're doing the full range of motion though. And you can, you can do pump workout, or you can go really slow. Like you can do a pump type set where you go really heavy, where you go really light and just pump it out. 20, 25 reps in a set. Or you can go very, very slow with your reps. Take literally 5 seconds to lower the weight. And then once you get full range of motion and your knees are basically at your ears, hold there for a second, feel the stretch, and then take 5 seconds to push it all the way back to the top. Don't fully lock out your knees, hold it there for a second or two, and 5 seconds back, and do 10, 15 reps of that in a set. Then do, 4 or 5 sets of that on top of the other 2 exercises, the lunges and the squats. And then I would do something like a split squat or a leg curl. And then that would wrap up the thigh training portion of the leg workout. Now, calves, that's a different story. The best calf exercise that I've ever done, and it works every time I try it, and for some reason it just doesn't get old. It's just as effective as when I first started doing it, for the most part. Haven't found a more effective exercise yet. But on a leg press machine, load it up, but instead of doing leg press, just do calf press. So what you're gonna do for the calf press, you're gonna load up the platform. You're gonna just have your big toe and the ball of your foot putting all the pressure on the platform, and push into the platform all the way to your tippy toe. Try to go all the way up to the top of your big toe. That's what really matters with calf training, is you really want to contract the calf as much as possible. And then on the way back, you're going, if this is your foot and this is your big toe right here, you're gonna wanna bring it back as far as you possibly can and really stretch out your calf muscle the whole time. Don't ever lock your knees when you're doing this, because I've seen some pretty horrific injuries. You want to avoid doing that. Maybe have your knees about 99 to 95% of the way to lock out, but don't ever 100% lock them out. And then I would do a lot of reps, maybe like 100 to 150 reps, and go to failure. Your calves are very tough muscle. They're a very unique muscle in that they blend about 50% fast twitch muscle fibers and 50% slow twitch muscle fibers, so they can take a beating. They carry you around every day. They're a tough, dense muscle, so they can take a lot of volume. They're probably going to be very, very sore for that first week after you do this first exercise, but it will get better. That soreness will subside. Just get it out of the way now. You might actually be limping around for a while. You're going to feel probably a pretty intense pain behind your knee. I know I'm really talking this up, right? But I'm just telling you like it is, so you know what to expect, so you don't wake up the next morning after your calf routine and just start screaming after you take that first step out of bed after you wake up in the morning and just collapse on the floor. But no, but yeah, I would do that, twice a week to start, and then ramp it up to 3 times a week. Do this for 2 to 3 months. Eat your protein, get a lot of calories in. You're going to definitely want to eat extra calories when you're training legs, because like I said, putting out a lot of energy and you got a lot of muscle to rebuild. So you need to have that nutrition, those nutrients to fuel your workouts, to replenish from your workouts, and to recover from your workouts. So yeah, that is my message for today. If you need any more details, I know I kind of threw a lot at you there, but if you need any more details, let me know. You can ask me a question in the comments section, and I'll be happy to help you out. All right, that's all for now. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.